How many of you have never been betrayed by a man? Any hands raised out there? Yeah, mine is enough. I don't think anyone can reach the stage in their life without having been betrayed multiple times. And the stakes get higher as you get older. When you're young, betrayal means heartbreak, of course, but you're usually able to pick up the pieces and to love again. But when you're older, betrayal can destroy your life because now there are assets involved, maybe there's children involved, the courts might even be involved. And bouncing back from that is an entirely different story. Hi, I'm Amy Waterman. I am a love expert here at yourbrilliance.com. And in this video, I want to talk to those of you who have been broken by betrayal. What happened to you never should have happened. And it's horrible to think that there are people out there who would do what was done to you. And yet it happened. And this is what you've been given to deal with. You didn't deserve it, but it's yours now. And what you choose to do with it will change everything. Growing up, I was told that all I had to do was to do everything right, to be a good housewife, a good partner, a good woman, and then I would get picked by a man. And for the rest of my days, he would look after me. Now, even though, of course, I knew better, as an adult, I still found myself influenced by that old programming until I learned the hard way that doing everything right doesn't guarantee anything. And maybe you, like me, thought that you were making an agreement when you vowed to devote yourself to the man you loved. You thought the agreement was mutual. He would accept your devotion and take care of you in return. And it didn't work out that way. Like, it really didn't work out that way because he betrayed you. He took your love and he threw it back in your face. And then he claimed it was all your fault. He wouldn't have done what he did if you had been a better girlfriend or wife. This thing you had that was so beautiful, so open and trusting and innocent and hopeful, ended up becoming dark and ugly and twisted. It was like this shadow fell on the world. You stopped believing in love stories. And you started to wonder if this is happening everywhere behind closed doors. And now here you are watching this, wondering how you're ever going to heal. Here's the bad news. Your life will never go back to the way it was before you met him. Life experience changes us, and we can't reverse the clock, but we can reframe our experiences. It's not that we were once whole and now we're broken. Rather, it's that we once didn't know the mysteries of the human heart, and now we are wise. Tragedy slices through our illusions, but it allows us to start over. What wasn't working? What could you do differently? And what do you really, really want? Go gently on yourself as you move through these 3 stages of healing. Stage number 1, grieve. So when something terrible like this happens, your friends and family aren't always all that much help. They might tell you that you should just get over it. They might say things like, don't tar all men with the same brush. Or if you keep holding on to that anger and resentment, it's going to poison your next relationship. If you've been getting a lot of that, I want you to go online and do a search for betrayal trauma. Betrayal trauma happens when the people on which a person depends for survival significantly violate that person's trust or well-being. So when you depend on someone for love, for support, and that person turns around and betrays you, it's huge because your life is entwined with theirs and you can't just walk away. The more you depend on this person, the more horrific their betrayal will feel. Minor betrayals are like a flesh wound, right? You clean out the wound, you wrap it up, you rest it, and in time, it's as good as new. But betrayal trauma is more like a life-threatening gash. You need medical attention. You need someone to support you until you can get back on your feet again. You need crutches. You need physical therapy. You do not want to just slap a Band-Aid on it and assume that time heals all wounds, because it won't. You have to deal with your grief in a way that honors and respects everything that you're going through. And you may not be able to do that on your own. You might need a therapist or a trusted support person to hold that space for you. So don't stuff down your grief and expect it just to go away. Honor it and tend to it, because healing is really, really hard. Stage 2 is to find the invitation. Betrayal feels like something that was done to you, something that has destroyed your innocence and trust. Betrayal breaks something inside of you. It takes away the hopes and the dreams that made life worth living. And betrayal makes you feel powerless, like it was only ever an illusion that you had any control over your life. No wonder we feel so terrible about ourselves, even though we didn't do anything wrong. Part of us believes that if we'd only made the right choices, none of this would have happened. But there's another way to look at betrayal, and that is to see it as warrior training. As a relationship warrior, you go into love knowing that you're both wearing swords. You can both hurt each other. And you're both wearing shields. You've both got walls up to protect yourselves. And that's okay. That's the work of relationships. Getting close to another human being is the most dangerous thing we can ever do, and the most beautiful. But none of us wants to be a warrior in love. We just want to show up with an open heart and trust and be vulnerable, having faith that our good heart will attract a prince. But in the real world, our princes are often just ordinary guys who are as broken and in need of healing as we are. They can't give us everything we need. They can't be the person we wanted them to be, and they will make huge mistakes that hurt us. That's not the exception to the rule. That is the rule. So it's up to us to learn how to handle ourselves when things fall apart. So that's the invitation. How are you going to learn from this? How are you going to be stronger next time? What will you take from this moving forward? Because if you don't learn this lesson, you might end up repeating it. Stage number 3 is to own your strength. Sometimes I think we get into these situations because we've been taught that our role is to make everyone else happy. So we relax our boundaries and we avoid saying no because we don't want to complain, right? We let things go and we don't own our power. But betrayal is a wake-up call. You cannot be a bystander in your own life. If you don't make things happen, things will happen to you. So own your strength. Know who you are, know what you stand for, know what you will accept. And you're not responsible for him, right? When a man betrays you, he often blames you for his behavior. But don't take what's his. You are responsible for yourself. If there's something that you needed to do that you didn't, you can do that now. And if there's something that you need to change, you can do that. Betrayal feels like it happens to you, but you do have the choice to decide what you're going to do with it. So promise me that you will heal from this and you will grow from this and that you will use this experience to create something beautiful. Take really, really good care of yourself, and I will see you next time.